Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Laura with Diamond Painting and Stitching with Laura. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's having a good day. Today we are stitching. And this is a stitch along, so grab your work and work along while I'm working. Today I'm working on Yin and Yang. And like I said, I got this from AliExpress. This is what it's supposed to look like. It was supposed to be done in silk, but it only had 10 colors. I don't know which way is up, but I guess it's this way. So I converted it. It had all the DMC numbers, so I converted it to DMC. And it's going along. I'm getting there a little bit at a time. I'm about to finish this Phoenix over here. Still have part of it to frog out, but I just couldn't handle frogging. Not anymore. I took all of the black and the red that I had out down here, and so I've got all that done. And I started putting the black in to see what it would look like. But it's going to be pretty when it's done. It's going to take a lot of 310 and that red. I'll have to go get another couple skeins of red. But so far so good. So how's everybody doing? Is everybody having a good week, I hope? It's been one of those weeks. I just haven't felt like doing much of anything. I took a 3-hour nap yesterday. I don't know what the heck happened to me. Though now I won't set the alarm. Yeah, 3 hours later I woke up. I was just a little tired, I guess. And then I went to bed probably at 11:30 and slept until 7:30 this morning. I cooked a roast in the crock pot yesterday. Kind of got it started late, so I didn't eat till late. And today I'm going to take that roast and I'm going to make beef and noodles with it. I love beef and noodles. I get those grandma's frozen noodles because heaven knows I am not making noodles from scratch. If I do, they turn out like little lumps, so it's just easier to use the kind that's already made. Yes, I know that's cheating, but who's got time for that crap? I can remember my mother and my grandmother making like chicken and noodles or beef and noodles, and they'd make the noodles in the morning and dust them all with flour and leave them sitting out on cookie sheets, and then she'd make the dinner, you know, at dinner time-ish when she was making it. And yeah, no, we're not into that kind of stuff today, or this week, or this millennium. I'm just so not doing that. Okay, gotta watch what I'm doing here, because it's kind of, those are all blue, so I gotta go up here. So hopefully you can see what's going on. I tried to get you in at least closer. So I really didn't do much. I worked on this a little bit yesterday, and I worked on Autumn Quakers a little bit. Did a couple motifs on that. And what else? I didn't work on the spring one. It's kind of small, so I just kind of go a little bit at a time. Yeah, get something small. Yeah, you can have it done in no time. Right, not happening with this girl. So, watched Julik this morning, and she's working on the plum and birds, plum blossom and birds, or birds and plum blossoms, one way or the other. I'm sure she got it from AliExpress, because I have one of the same ones. There was like 3 in the set, and they were all made with silk. Yeah, that is silk. It's just a piece of work. Unless you got to do a little bit of back stitching or something. I may add some of the shiny to this when I'm done. I don't know. Haven't gotten that far. We're lucky to get what stitches, you know, we're doing right now. So we try not to think too far ahead or make too many plans, because God knows I've got enough going on. So but just, I don't know. It's been cold here. Yesterday it didn't even get above 15, and I don't think the chill factor was above like -10. It was windy and cold and whoops. Sorry, you knew I had to hit that, right? Oh, jeez. I don't know. I've never really gotten along with this thing, but you know, we use it for stitching. It's my arm that clips onto the table. So, it's all we have, so it's what we're using. I haven't looked for anything any better, so I don't know. And I have kind of limited area where I can clip things on. At least this adjusts, you know, it's adjustable, so you can go from something really tiny to something really big. But, oh well. It is what it is, folks. Oh, and I hate these scissors. I bought these. Dang it. I can't pick them up, number one, at the sewing shop. And they're about the absolute worst things I've ever tried to cut with. I wish I could find my, I have one of those things from Fiskars that you can sharpen scissors with. And these were only like $4. I paid $1 for them black ones and they lasted for 10 years. I don't know. Just irritating. I am using 3 strands on this. And it's turning out nice. I know, I'm all over the place today. Hang in there. Didn't cut my thread real long, so we'll be changing thread here. But I like how it's coming. I love all the golds and the yellows and the golds and how they all come up. It'll be interesting to see what the, what do you call it? What the dragon looks like over there, but we're working on this side. We're just ignoring it, and right now, because I really love dragons, you know that. But here we are. But this isn't going too far or too hard. I looked yesterday. I want to find a red work pattern. Not embroidery, but red work cross stitch. So if anybody's got any suggestions, that would be really, really great. So, I don't know. We got all that done. And that's blue. Maybe we'll get some black out. Let's work with some black. I'm like, where is it? Okay, I see it. And I don't know what I paid for these, but they're far better than those others. Maybe $5 or $6. And they're Fiskars. They have an edge on them, like it'd cut paper. Unbelievable. Let's do some black here. Hang on. Gotta reaching. Sorry. I love 310 black and how it sets everything off. It's just amazing. Just amazing. Didn't feel like getting it out at all. I had to. Did I go out yet? I think I went out early and had to get dog food and I had to get that roast because I really felt like roast yesterday. It was good. I used that crock pot. Hang on. It's a mix by Crock Pot Company that makes crock pots. And Molly says hi. Actually, she's probably barking at somebody. She's just so not into my YouTube channel here. Um, it's for pot roast, and they also have one for pulled pork. But I don't. They haven't had it for a while, but they do have the crock pot one for the pot roast, and you just put it in there with a cup of water, and it cooks the roast. And you know, if you put potatoes and carrots and celery or whatever you put in with your pot roast, um, and it makes like a thick gravy with it. Oh, it's just fabulous. I don't know where it's been all my life. I mean, mine turns out to be like boiled beef, if you will. But when I use this thing, oh my gosh, makes a nice thick sauce on it, and everything is seasoned great. All you do is put that pack and the water in there and throw your roast and potatoes and whatever else you put in. Sometimes I put in mushrooms because I like mushrooms in with my roast, and you don't have to add any other seasoning, nothing. It's just fabulous. So if you see it, know that it's good. And it was up on the top shelf. I half the time have a hard time. They've been switching our grocery store around. What a nightmare. But it was up on the top shelf with all the gravy mixes and stuff. I just loved it. So my daughter got me onto that when I first got here, and I've been using it ever since. Because I always go to the trouble of putting beef bouillon in there, and salt and pepper and seasoned salt and all kinds of stuff, and no, just do it and you're done. So sometimes we can take lessons from the youngins. Let's see, what else did I do? I went to the near new shop. Guess that was Tuesday. But didn't find anything. I wasn't in the mood to look for any more books. I need a new bookshelf again. Or I need to straighten out my shelves so that I can put my knickknacks all on one shelf and all my books on another shelf. But sometimes I get hard copies of books and they take up more room, and still collecting Nora Roberts books and stuff. But I do manage to pick up other things, and now I'm starting to acquire some stitching books. They're old, I mean, they're like 30 years old, some that I get. But some of them are still kind of good, so. And I use them as reference and that kind of thing. But some of the patterns are kind of cute. Some of them, you can tell they're dated. And I'm really liking the reproductions of samplers that people made in the 17 and 1800s, 1700s. I don't know. I haven't decided on any, that I want yet, but I enjoy looking at them. Some of them are just absolutely stunning, and there's like, nope, that probably ain't for me, But, oh well. See how that black just sets that off? Isn't that beautiful? This thing's got black. All this, wherever you see that blue, that's all black. And there is some green. I just didn't want to get out of frame. But, yep, it will be pretty when it's done. And I enjoy stitching on this. Like I've said before, this is my kind of go-to. To stitch on something that's already printed. I don't have to count stitches. I mean, I've been working on Death by Cross Stitch. A little bit at a time, couple rows at a time. But sometimes I just don't, flat out don't feel like working on it. because, you know, you have to focus. Good Lord. Focus so hard. But sometimes I like to do it. Like last night I was working on Autumn Quakers and got a few little motifs done. Nothing, you know, to write home about, but, you know, it's just one more section of the pattern. And I still haven't finished page 1 on Death by Cross Stitch or on Autumn Quakers. Close on the Autumn Quakers, though, one. Closer, I should say. But I started it way before, what do you call it? Death by Cross Stitch. And it's slow going, but I like it. And I want a red work pattern so bad, but I just haven't found anything that I liked or wanted to do. Now, when I looked up red work on Amazon, they came up with the embroidered version, you know, like they used to have the, what is it? I want to say Aunt Martha's. You know how those patterns used to come. I don't want to do embroidery. I just want to do cross stitch. Because it's been so long since I did regular, I call it embroidery, to keep it differentiated from cross stitch. I just don't think I could get that done. Hang on, gotta get it out here. Get rid of this piece. But as you can see, this goes pretty fast. You don't have to think about it. Just do the color you're working on and move right along. And it's so much easier. And I'm glad that I have projects like this that I can work on, that you don't have to think so much. I just get so tired of thinking. It's like, oh my gosh, now where does that go? And then I have to look at it twice, because heaven knows I can't keep nothing in my brain for more than 30 seconds at a time. Sometimes I think, okay, count over 3 and go up 1 and then stitch 2, you know. And by the time I get it in my hand, it's like, now what was that? I don't know that I was made for cross stitch, but we're fighting our way through it. I love the end results. I do. I really love the end results. So we'll just keep on going. And it's not such a hard fight once you get going, but God. And that Chinese one that I got, I'm at a standstill. I'm freaked out about those half stitches. I went and I looked at Stitcherista. She did, I don't know when she did it, don't ask. I just looked up, you know, how do you do a half cross stitch or whatever I was looking for. I think it was a half or a quarter cross stitch. And she had a, you know, a tutorial. I can't think what I wanted to say on it. And I looked and I watched it a couple times and thought I had it, but it just still freaks me out. I don't want to screw it up. I don't want to do it wrong. Yeah. So it's in timeout. I love the pattern. It's absolutely stunning. I just don't know. And it didn't start real as good as Death by Cross Stitch. You know, I just figured out where I was going to start, you know, on the corner, and it took me about 5 minutes, and I just started. And this one, I don't know what it is. I don't know. I don't get it. And I am sure as heck not going to do it on black. That will not be happening in anybody's lifetime. Yeah. I can use a black Ada for background on something, but it ain't happening to sew on. I can't see it. I'm not going to fight it. Like, you know, I did all the silk thread. I can just see that happening, and no. I've tried everything, and it just doesn't work for me. I've tried white underneath it, and it just sends my eyes into apoplexy. So, not happening. See how that's picking that up? It'll be pretty. Can figure out where it was at. So, other than that's all I've been fighting this week. Just, working a little bit at a time on each one of my 4 or 5 projects. And haven't been doing a lot of diamond painting. My boyfriend texted me and said he finished his diamond painting and sent me a picture of it. It's absolutely gorgeous. So, he may get another one, may not, I don't know. His was on the, planets and, like a picture of planets and then the background and the stars and stuff. And it was a 30 by 40, I think. And it turned out really pretty. It has lots of beautiful, reds and purples and yellows. Just real vivid. And then a black background. Oh, I don't know how he got through the 310s, but he did. Because that would have just driven me right over the edge. I hate big swatches of color in diamond paintings. I like to see it all evolve. And, when you add all the shades and colors and the actual picture, it's just beautiful. Another thing, I like how it looks when it's done, just not going there right now. I mean, gotta admit, I've worked on diamond paintings for probably a good year and a half. And then I started this, and I like this. Both of them calm me down, I mean, don't get me wrong. But just, oops, sorry. That was kind of tough to get through there. So, yeah, that's what I've been working on, not much of anything. I found some felt the other day when I was at the near new shop, but it was cream colored. I was hoping for a dark color, but we got cream colored, and I bought 2 little, what do you call it? Fat quarters. They had fat quarters at Walmart. Hang on, let me show you. Be right back. Ouch. Oops. It says fat quarters, and they were $1. I don't know, how good or bad they are. It says 100% cotton, 100% algodon. I don't know. But, I mean, it wasn't anything I was going to make a quilt out of. I thought I'd make, maybe, if I could figure out how to do it, some needle books out of these. And then the cream colors on the inside. But that's the only color They had, probably 30 or 40 different things, in colors and swatches. And I don't know who makes this. Let's see what it says down here. It says Fabric Editions. But I've never seen them in the, this one says Made in China. Distributed by Walmart. So, like I said, they were only $1. And where were they when I needed to make quilts, But no, we're not going back to quilting. That won't be happening anytime soon. But I thought it would be something I could make. So, I don't know. It's in there. It's a thought. And I need something to hold my needles in. And I looked a little bit at charms and stuff at Amazon. Some are big, some are small. I don't want them to be too small because I was going to make needle minders out of them, but I haven't made any decisions about that. Like I said, it's going to be an outside project. There we go. So it's coming along, guys. I don't know that you can actually tell that that's a frickin' bird, but okay. Maybe. See if I can back you out. Show you what. Whoops. I always do that. What we've got done so far. So I just started going up in that direction. And I started on this white part of this flower. I think it's the leaves, actually. So, on that rose that kind of crosses over and everything and stuff. And I got a little bit of the black done. So like I said, it's coming. I want to have just the phoenix part, you know, its feathers and all this crap. I'll have to maybe turn it upside down to work on it. I don't know. Haven't gotten that far. Alright guys, well, thanks for joining me today and rambling on about this and that and everything. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And please hit the bell. And that way you'll know when my next video comes out. Y'all have a great rest of your Thursday and a great rest of your week. God bless. Bye-bye.